Hello everyone, I welcome you all to ATM Creations. Let's begin with today's design. I'll keep yellow dot in the center. I'll keep some dots in pink. Today I would like to talk about finding and building hope. At times, hope can seem to disappear totally. If experienced intensely and for a long period of time, feelings of hopelessness and helplessness are almost a guarantee of depression. So, when I speak of hopelessness and helplessness, what do I mean? I'll keep some tiny dots in pink. Well, hopelessness is what we feel when we don't see any joyful or happy future. I'll keep some dots in green. It is when we think my life is terrible and I can't see it getting any better. Helplessness is when we think similar pessimistic thoughts about ourselves. I am terrible and I can't see myself getting any better. Researchers tell us that these thoughts and feelings can be learned. They speak of learned helplessness and learned hopelessness, and this, for me, is the light at the end of the tunnel. If we can learn helplessness, is it not logical to assume we can learn helpfulness also? I'll keep tiny dots in green. If we can learn hopelessness, is it not equally as possible to learn hopefulness? I'll keep some yellow dots now. The question really is not if I can, but rather, how can I become more helpful and hopeful? We are fortunate that many people have studied this very question. I'll keep some swipes in pink. One of these, Dr. Rick Snyder, says that hope has three elements. First, incorporates the setting of goals, of seeing where you want to go, of how you want life to be better or different. The second is, it incorporates the belief that you can find practical, achievable ways and means to reach your desired goals or outcomes. And this he calls as pathways. Finally, hope incorporates the belief that you can generate and maintain the necessary motivation and energy to reach your desired goal. This is referred to as agency. The good news is that we all commonly employ these three elements in our lives, consciously or unconsciously. To do anything as simple as going for a shopping, you set a goal. I want to buy food for the week. Second, you find the pathways. Do I drive? Do I walk? Or take a bus? Or take a bike? And which route will I follow to get to the supermarket? And third, you have the agency. And that is, I am hungry and I want to eat. I'll keep some swipes in green. All the three elements are essential if you want high hope. You might, for example, have a goal of wanting to eat food. But if you don't have the pathways to get to the shops or the agency to do it, you are not likely to do it, and thus feel rather hopeless as well as hungry. You may know how to get to the shops, that is, the pathways. But if you don't have the goal to go or the motivation to do it, again, you are not likely to get there. Finally, you could have the agency, that is, feeling hungry. But if you don't have the goal to satisfy it or see how you can get some food, the pathways, once more it may not happen and you will be left feeling both hungry, helpless, and hopeless. People who are low in hopeful thinking often have difficulty knowing exactly what they want in their future. People who are low in hopeful thinking have poorly defined goals. They have very low goal setting skills. They struggle to think of ways to reach their goals, which means their pathways are low. They find themselves lacking the drive to move forward to their goals. Their agency is also low. I'll keep some dots in pink. This is often at the basis of many of the life struggles we encounter. If we continue to experience the goal failure after goal failure, it is understandably easy to give up, avoid new goal setting intentions, and slip into depression. But that is the problem side. What about the positive side? If the lack of these three elements can lead to learned hopelessness, how can we use those elements to learn greater hopefulness? First, Dr. Snyder would say, set your goals. Maybe it might help in a quiet moment to take a pen and paper to write down your answers to some goal oriented questions like, how do I want my life to be different? How do I want to be feeling all the time? I'll keep tiny dots in pink. How do I want to be thinking? Positive, hopeful, or negative, hopeless? What do I want to be doing more of? Where do I want my life to be in the future? And then Dr. Snyder might suggest you find the pathways with questions like, what do I need to do to reach that goal or goals? What are the steps I need to take? What are the practical things I can do to get there? I'll keep some dots in green. Finally, you need to look for what gives you the agency or purpose with questions such as, what is going to inspire or motivate me? I'll keep some dots in yellow. How is this going to benefit me? What am I going to gain? How can I just commit myself to do it? I'll keep some dots in pink. When we have high levels of hope and goals that we want to achieve, pathways that will get us there, and the agency to do them, we are more likely to be there. I'll keep some swipes in yellow. We are more likely to be successful in whatever we do, be it work, study, relationships, athletics, or recreational pursuits, as well as in both our physical and psychological health. The more helpful we are, the more hopeful we are, the less depressed we are. And even more importantly, the happier we are. I'll walk the dots in pink. To become more successful is more of a mindset than the actual talent or skills itself. You need to address the problems of feelings of hopelessness, feelings of helplessness, and depression. In the process of addressing the issues with commitment, you need to start setting goals, find practical, achievable pathways, and generating and maintaining motivation and agency. I'll keep some dots in green. When you do this with total commitment, you will indeed find hopefulness, helpfulness, improved physical and psychological health, and enhanced happiness. I'm sure the message in this video was helpful to you. If you are an artist and would like to make your art pay your bills by monetizing your art and become financially independent, I do coach people for that. Please drop a message over my WhatsApp. My contact number is there in the description. Thank you for watching this video.